Alright. Oh, I've been itching to get back into Path of Radiance. I'm gonna get to go back into Gallia. I really like this map, honestly. Helps that we get Marcia, so great unit to have early game. At any point in the game, if we're being honest. I do like that they kind of cover the Soren breakdowns of each chapter as like an actual in-game thing of him being like, yeah, this is what we're looking at here. I'm not gonna lie to you. Excuse me. I kind of missed the post-chapter kind of breakdowns. They were fun, but I don't remember if Radiant Dawn still did them. Oh well, good to see soon. Well, soon-ish. Both the boys, neither of them ever wears anything more than this. Oh, that's fair. A lot of them are really hard to get a hold of. Um, I know copies of this go for an obscene amount of money, but I think a lot of them are real fun. If you're not opposed to doing things a little extra legally, you can download an emulator and potentially play them like that. 'Cause a lot of them are real fun. Like I enjoy Path of Radiance is still my favorite. Uh, if you're not playing them on the regular hardware, you could just save state. Or Radiant Dawn actually has saves in battle mid battle like you would have on casual mode for most. Or is that a casual mode or a normal mode playthrough? It's been a little bit since I played either on a lot of the new games, but a lot of them are also considerably easier than stuff like Awakening and Fates, other than Birthright. But Birthright's problem was less that it was easy and more just they gave you some of the most broken units in Fire Emblem history with Ryoma. So honestly, I put Path of Radiance and Sacred Stones, the one that for the GBA that came out right before this, both was pretty easy Fire Emblem games, even without the casual modes. Yeah, Fates had a lot of units, not a lot of great ones, some really excellent ones, then a whole lot of filler units, like Nyx and Revelations, where she comes in at level 8 when most of your army is like in the 12 range, I believe, maybe 14. And Nyx with her growths is not a good unit to be behind with. Sorry about that. Had a little bit trying to fix the audio for the game because for some reason it's not playing correctly. Yeah, a lot of the retainer units just were not super good. I have a couple that I think are fine, like Baruka and Selena were both good. Man, that might be it. A lot of them just kind of weren't great. Not a full-on Ike challenge, just a regular playthrough for this one, but it is an Iron Man. Ike solo challenges for this game are pretty fun, though. I don't know if I'd want to do it with this particular Ike, though. This one... Oh, happy birthday. And this one's also my favorite Fire Emblem, so you're in good company here. Oh, thank you for the follow. Doing a little bit of the post-battle stuff between one of my favorite chapters in the game and the recruitment of one of my favorite units in the game, so joining in at a good spot. Awakening in 3 houses kind of compete for my number 3 slot currently. So I definitely agree with Awakening 3 houses being up there. Oh yeah, Ike was... Me playing these games as a child was the main reason I got into Smash Brothers, because it had Ike in it, I'm not even gonna lie. That's good. Always nice to have a blessed Ike. Ours is very offensive oriented, but very fast. And weirdly enough, I think he has like 6 resistance versus his 7 defense, so he is an interesting mix right now. Yeah, I've been in the Smash community for an unfortunately long time online, and man, they get real mad whenever new Fire Emblem characters introduced, and I always find it a little funny. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, I think that's one of the better things about Fire Emblem being in Smash, is it opened a lot of people's eyes, like, hey, these characters look neat, I want to see what games they're from. And then they get introduced to Fire Emblem. Yeah, that's the internet in general, unfortunately. People will see something that they mildly don't like and make it a whole personality trait to despise it. Mordecai, you are so fun. You are going to be the key to recruiting a lot of characters, surprisingly, in this game. I'm not even going to lie. Oh yeah. The second they remaster this game, I'm going to spend so many hours playing them again. I already love the base game, so if you give me a one that just has some modern touch-ups, like maybe, unfortunately, replacing the old voice actors, because they got real bad voice direction, and the sound mixing was real bad. Oh, we got the Ike Sword Sport. Oh yeah, we're gonna get a lot of good use out of Mordecai. Yep, we're doing a Iron Man of this that's gonna go into a Radiant Dawn Plus, which is a mod for Radiant Dawn. That does some retweaking, adds magic weapons back into the game because they got a coding error messed them up for Radiant Dawn. So the modder went back and fixed them. Yeah, I remember enjoying the heroes' voice actors, especially the ones they got for Ike and the Black Knight. I think were real good. Oh, that's so cool. I honestly think Radiant Dawn kind of underrated for a Fire Emblem game. It has its problems, I won't lie. Rip the Dawn Brigade. But man, do I still love playing it. I think it had some of the most fun endgame maps. And building your units up to tier 3 was so fun. I think I actually need too much. Oh, we got... That's right, we have 7 res, 7 defense. Ike. We got a red gem. We got Lawn Dart, the best javelin in the world. Oh yeah, I gotta get you a new vulnerary. We can... Oops, wrong one. Personally, if they remade Blazing Blade, I wouldn't mind if they just didn't include Mark, because he didn't do much. Oh, you also need a new vulnerary. Forgot I burned through quite a few in the last map. Because Ike and Mia both decided they didn't want to dodge anything. Oh, I forgot I had 2 on Oscar, that's why. Anyone else really need anything? Not at the moment. I think we're just gonna jump right into the map. Oh, that's cool. A lot of the VR stuff is real interesting. Unfortunately, a lot of VR headsets make me nauseous because I can't wear my glasses under them, so... Hey, welcome to the Fire Emblem. This is probably my personal favorite. I think this is the one with the best storyline for sure. And a lot of the characters are super likable and very memorable. Also, it has the Queen Titania right here, so... Also, man, the designs in this game are just so good. Oh, do I have... I think I still have the convoy should be fine. Nice! That's a hell of a bragging right you got there. You know, you're in good company. I've played Path of Radiance, my first one. Sacred Stones is real fun. But I've been a fan ever since too, so... Yeah, I was lucky enough that my dad actually worked at EV Games back when, and his buddy was really into tactics game like Shining Knight, so when Fire Emblem Path of Radiance dropped, he's like, hey, check this out. And my dad picked up a copy, and the rest is history from there. Oh, we also get more pirates. Oh, I love Fire Emblem pirates. They're so dumb, but so fun. Final Fantasy Tactics, still my favorite game of all time, so you are in good company there. Ooh, the Art Book of Awakening is so pretty. But, I can't say I played Final Fantasy Tactics before this game, though, because I learned to read not long before playing this game, so... Honestly, power leveling Rolf is not a terrible idea. He's got really good options as an archer. Probably the second best bow unit in the game, just because Astrid can pick up a second weapon, which is always real nice. They do remake this game and give, like I think it's the short bow is the one-range bow. It'd be an absolute monster. God, I forget how unnerving Mooston is in this game. I'm so used to his Radiant Dawn appearance. Man's got crazy eyes, and I love him for it. And now I'm going to... Do we have an iron bow? No? That's fine. Yeah, boy, let's go pure water. And we're good to go from here. Oh yeah, we love to see Path of Radiance on For You pages. And now we get 2 units that are objectively not the best, but I love using. And arguably Mist is obscenely important for one fight later on, because the Ike one-on-one is a tough fight without her. Oh yeah, if you want to heavy invest into Mist and use, I think you get 2 armor scrolls throughout the course of the game to get her to A rank swords. Her with the Sonic Sword is terrifying. It's a heavy investment, but man, can it be real fun sometimes. And that's more or less what we're going to get with her with Florette with the Radiant Dawn Plus mod, so I'm pretty excited for that. Alright, let's get cracking. We will start by having the yellow units move back. I know a lot of people use Mordecai and Leth as kind of shields in this map, because they're really, really strong. But I find they're not super useful. I'd say have fun, but it really depends on what you're working on. Sometimes work can be very tedious. Thanks for stopping in. Cool to have someone who worked on the game in the chat. We'll do pure water. Right there. Yeah, I like to have the yellow units not fight, because they're not super necessary for this map. You can use Titania if you really need someone to tank. Oh, don't worry, the pirates are never going to get to the treasure. Most of my army is swinging up that way. Then Titania and Oscar are going to swing down, clear up the people on the bottom. I don't particularly care for the minor bonus experience you get for the turn bonus on this one, so I'm more than willing to take it a little slower and just reliably get the treasures. I love Leth just being like, listen, I'm trying to be better, but also fuck you. I think you can do like 4 points of damage to him, maybe 3. Oh, 8 reliable, that's pretty decent. And you weaken him. Yeah, pretty reliably. Oh, he's probably been weighed down by the pull axe. I always forget how heavy those are. Let the Rolf training mission begin, because I am probably going to be using him to pick up Sheenon later, even though I'm never going to use Sheenon past his joint chapter. And you already used the pure water, so you're good there. I personally like Path of Radiance more. I think they're both fairly easy games, so they're not like very super, super challenging options if that's what you're in the mood for. But I think Sacred Stone's really good for unit customization and things along that line. Path of Radiance, better storyline, more fleshed out characters. There's some characters in Sacred Stones that kind of just join your army and then fall off, which, or in terms of narrative relevance anyway. I think they're both really solid games, but I will fully admit that I'm not the... Oh? Hold on, I think my emulator just crashed. Let me boot that back up. That was weird. Might need to update my Dolphin at this point because it's really that's crashed twice when it didn't used to really ever. Luckily, we've only lost about a turn of progress, so... And go back in, we'll kind of skip through that because we've already seen it. And send Leth and Mordecai back up there. In terms of the switch from 2D to 3D, I will say Sacred Stone's animations among the best in the franchise. So if you're looking for really pretty combat animations, GBA is the way to go. I think even now, Engage is probably the only game I'd put on par with, if not still a little worse in terms of how good the animations look. And how satisfying they feel to pop off with. Alright, man. Let's get through that since we already saw it. Feed Rolf again. Oh yeah, every time I come back to it, it's a hit right to the nostalgia. Gonna, just in case, save right there. You chug of pure water. We don't really need Ike to be in the mage's range this time because Mia got the crit to weaken him. Reese, you can hang out here. Ike, you'll also be hanging out here so that when Marcia comes, you can just join right away. Yeah, I know a lot of people really like the Awakening Faiths and current gen kind of supports leading into S ranks. I think they were fine for short periods of time, but I've honestly kind of wish we had a few Fire Emblems that didn't have them. I liked Echoes, the fact that its supports didn't really center around romance, but man, do I wish it had more supports and better supports. Because we got, I think, maybe 8 conversations between some of the characters. Like, Silk gets nothing, and I'm still mad about it. 20. Someone just needs to do 13. That's very doable. I think Three Houses found a good balance for it, where there was some aspects to it, but it was considerably more about just fleshing out the characters, which is what I care the most about. But even then, it had some supports that I was just kind of like, this isn't for me, ultimately, at the end of the day. Mia missing an 80% is not ideal, but this should still be fairly fine. Okay, you melt him. I don't think any of you take him. Oh yeah, I'm doing good. Thanks for asking. I'm gonna disagree with you there. Engage has a very mediocre storyline, but at least it makes sense. I will still posit that Fates has the worst story in all the Fire Emblem. Yeah, I've been, this is actually my first Fire Emblem game way back when I was a kid. I've been a big fan of the franchise ever since. I think just having him pull back and being over here would be safest. We can have Ileana finish off this guy. Yeah, the only time I really enjoyed Corrin was in Warriors. Oh, that's fun. I really like 7 a lot. I think it's a very, very solid entry across the board. I feel like it gets a little bit more hate than it really deserves, sadly. There are some games in it that are fairly difficult. If you're looking for good ones to start, Awakening is very beginner-friendly. It has a lot of accessibility options. Sacred Stones is also fairly easy. It's a little more unforgiving just because it's an older game and has some kind of archaic design choices to it, shall we say. Path of Radiance is widely considered one of the easier Fire Emblem games, though I'd argue it's probably not a great starting point. Just because some of it is a bit unintuitive. There she is. My personal pick for the best unit in the entire game. Mia is going to need some healing. Not too worried about him, so let's clean up these guys. That's wild to me when Makalov is right there, perfect for hating. Nine. 14, so not a win. So we will... How much do you do? 14... I'm gonna do 6, right? 5. I just messed up. I meant to heal her, not end her turn. Let's turtle up. Oh yeah, I'm a big Pokemon fan. Playing the game since I was a kid. Me and my brother are actually getting decently invested in like casual competitive Pokemon where we're building teams, testing them out against each other. 11, that puts into 8, you deal 4. I don't think there's any way you don't drop him. Oh, that's perfect. Favorite Pokemon, by the way, is Arcanine. I love the big fluffy dog. Follow-ups would be Pokemon like Volcarona, Ursaluna. It's a very odd mix. Dragonite's up there for me, too. Oh, thank you for the follow. We will heal up Oscar just because your resistance is, I think, either already capped or one away from cap, so you take absolutely nothing from this mage. Yeah. Oh, thank you for the follow. I try shiny hunting, but I find I very often lose patience before I actually find anything. Alright, Mia might be dead. My bad. This is a lesson. Always make sure you're on the button you think you are before ending turn. We're not going to have a swordsman until Zehar comes in. Luckily, Mia probably wasn't going to be making it to my endgame team because she had only gained speed so far, but that is unfortunate. There's a lot of good uses early on. Very nice. Oscar remains consistent as always. Yeah, Scarlet and Violet, I think I found 2 or 3 shinies just through sheer luck. One of them was Fido, the little doe dog that's real cute. I resigned from the army. Is that a common thing where you're from? No! No, it is not. God, Bagneon sucks. Oh yeah, we get the absolute monster herself. I gotta pause to enjoy the pirate music for a second. I do not apologize. I love the way they do pirate speak in this game. It's so fun. Little dance they do. I am so easy to please with this game, I'm not even going to lie. So you can probably drop him now. 72, you only take 4 if you miss, that's fine. Boyd's very likely going to have to tank the pirates, but honestly, he was very likely to be the one doing that anyway, just because Mia has not been getting the strike level up she needs to really hurt them. If there's one thing I want for Boyd, it's speed, so that's fine. Did I just make the same mistake? Is Mist about to go down? 11, 14... 4, 3... 12... You don't have B rank Thunder Ray yet. And... Alright, 75% chance. Let's do this. Yes, this is the first game of Ike. This is Path of Radiance. And I'm playing very poorly. Can you salvage this? No. Alright. Oh, thank you for the share. So, take this as just kind of a lesson of what not to do. Always make sure you're actually paying attention to enemies' ranges. Ooh, unfortunate. Really would like some strength and speed on Rolf. So we might be rocking with Reese as our only healer. No, that's very fair. This was their first experiment with 3D animations, and it shows. Let's do some poking. Well, yeah, we'll just give it to Oscar. I think Radiant Dawn was a major step up for them, and I think that shows. And then we got Shadow Dragon's animations, which were certainly a thing. What you got for me, Oscar? Ooh, good, Oscar. This one was on the GameCube. The follow-up to this one was the Wii. Well, if we wind up having to redo this, I will probably... Alright, just disrespecting me on that one, but okay. Dodge? Oof. Oh, that's fair. Some very sloppy plays from my end, and missing a lot of very medium hit rates, so this is such an unfortunate setup currently. Yeah, everyone's favorite lord from Gaiden, Celiac. This is my favorite Fire Emblem, and coincidentally, it also has my favorite character of Jill. I think she is one of the best written side characters franchise-wide. I love her story of learning everything she knew growing up was just a lie, and her growing past that. Oh, no worries. My favorite lord, Ike's definitely up there. I also really like Hector. I probably still have to give it to Ike, though, because his story in this game is just so good. Oh yeah, I love when games take the time to flesh out their side characters a ton. I think it's one of the most underrated parts of some Fire Emblems is how good some of the side characters are. Like FE7 with Matthew, and his mini arc of revenge driving him to be more and more desperate. That's fair. I think Chrom is also a really good pick. I like Marth. I think he's a very good first lord, but I hate what they did to him with the remake. What was it? The remake of FE3 that was Japan exclusive, where they introduced Chris. I think him just existing pulls a lot from Marth's story for me, which is sad. It was the Japan exclusive. I can't remember if it was New Mystery of the Emblem or something along those lines. I'm really bad at remembering the titles of the games that didn't come to America, unfortunately. I think Blazing Blade is the only one I remember consistently, and even then I think it might actually be Blazing Sword. Okay, let's see if we can stop having people perish. You both intersect there, so we'll pop Void here. Same. I have a replica cartridge of Roy's game, and that's kind of like my coolest little bit of collector pieces for Fire Emblem, but I have played almost all of the Fire Emblem games. I just haven't gotten through Genealogy or Thracia because I hate playing them. I have seen those rumors. I hope they're true. Because, man, do I want a way to experience those games without having to deal with some of the really interesting gameplay choices they made in them. Oh, thank you for the follow. Okay, guys, we really need to stop missing, because I'm getting nervous. Normally, this is a really simple chapter. I should have been paying more attention, apparently. We've already had 2 people go down. And we might have a 3rd coming soon. I'm doing an Iron Man run of this, so unless Ike goes down, I'm kind of rocking with whoever goes down stays down. Just because I wanted a challenge more to this game, but might not have been my best call. I can take him down. Yeah. My partner got really entertained watching me play through FE6, and for those who aren't aware, FE6 is our random number generator is kind of infamous for being very inaccurate with the hit rates, shall we say, where it'll say you have an 80% when really you are never going to hit a single one. So, he's not too threatening. You're the real threat here. Yeah, also, axe units in FE6, unfortunately, are just really bad because you will never get a 100% hit rate. Oh, nice. It's not a cheap game to get, unfortunately. 26. Wood can pretty reliably tank a couple hits from him, but he's not great on the hit rates, and I forgot to buy him an Iron Axe. I think for now, 10, 20... It was focused on keeping them away from the houses. I should have listened to the chatter earlier who suggested sending Leth and Mordecai over. That unfortunately is just the price of these, sadly. I believe you give a talisman? Yeah. I think just trying to drop him with a potential adept is my best bet here. Come on, Soren. Oh, nice. I don't really think I've ever played any of the Star Fox game, but I really like the Donkey Kong game, so... down here... 22, that's fine. Never mind, she just crits him. I was gonna pick him off with Oscar. Echoes is a good pick. I wasn't the biggest fan of the map design for Echoes, so I struggled to rate it pretty high. But I think it's a very solid game on its own merits, so. And it has the prettiest art style. Oh, that's fair. Hit him with the Rolf. Heal up Ike. And pray nothing goes wrong up top. That's fine. That's kind of what I was hoping he would do. I was a little worried if him and Nadata double teamed into Ileana that she would go down. And I know you don't have the best hit rates right now, but they're above 50. Please. Oh, he doubles her. I forgot to check for that. Yeah, you're seeing some very unfortunate sloppy plays for me. But yeah, Path of Radiance itself, real great game. So I think Void, I kind of need you to hit this, even though it's pretty low. Okay. Yeah, actually following this game, the game I'm going to be streaming next is a modded version of the sequel as well, that changes a few things in the game that a lot of people consider to be kind of odd choices, like that reintroduces a bunch of magic based weapons for characters like Mist and stuff like that to use. I think there might even be a Shining Bow equivalent, which would be nice, because Astrid has a really good magic growth in that game, and can't do much with it. Awakening's really fun. Three Houses I highly recommend, but I will warn you, pace yourself when you're playing the game. I believe it's just called Radiant Dawn Plus. I've been doing some testing for it in between the streams and whatnot, making sure it all works correctly, so it's working all right so far. Haven't noticed any problems with it. It's just I haven't really gotten very far in. Soren's got Sea Wind. That's fine. Nothing really special comes from that, but oh, thanks for stopping in. Grab the Vulnerary. All of my units are poisoned. Oh, thank you for the follows. The big help. You can pull him down. And you can pull the archer. A little concerned that Ike's only dealing 20 damage with an Iron Blade, but he's doubling with it, so I will take it. For this, we're gonna tuck sword here, move you, heal up, heal Ileana. Hard to believe that all this snowballing started from me just misclicking and not healing Mia. And then ignoring my own advice and proceeding to continue making mistakes. Heal Oscar. Not super worth you potentially taking a heavy hit right before we go into a fairly populated area. I was gonna say, Oscar, if you miss 280%, we're gonna have some serious problems late game. This, we can Iron Sword him. and just not dodge anything. That's fine. Oh, I'm very concerned. Oh yeah, we're hoping for the super federal. That's what we like to see. Speed, skill, strength. Anything else is optional. I am really regretting not giving him an iron axe. I figured he's relatively reliable with his hit rates. He's got a good skill stat for his level. I should have known better. My hubris is really showing on this man. Ooh, we got the adept from Soren on the one that's not going to finish him. Just shy of a level up. Hit him with the L Thunder. Yeah, there's a handful of solo challenges that go around. I know Ike's a pretty popular one for this one, because since he is sword locked, it can be a pretty interesting challenge until I think it's the second to last map of the game where you get Ragnall. So for a lot of the game, you're trying to figure out how to minimize extra attacks he takes from 2 range enemies. I think we're gonna pop you guys here, which I think should pull the reinforcements out. This is an Iron Man run. In fact, we lost our first 2 characters on this map because I misclicked on Mia and then moved Miss poorly. So we're down 2 units from me being bad at the game, essentially. Okay, didn't pull them out yet. Liliana, keep running because I think you only have one more. Yeah, one more turn of poison will kill you. You have 2. You're fine as well. I think I need to be right around here to trigger the reinforcements. Thought it was further back, but I am not opposed to being wrong on that. Oh, Brad said we're going to get to use Reese, so we're going to get to use light magic this run. There we go. Let's drop in there. A little bit of retreating, just so that we can draw them out and give some experience to Marcia. Oh, this is my favorite Fire Emblem game, so just hold up. I could have moved Raw first. I forgot he was slightly wounded. And I don't know that Ileana's going to get to do much for the rest of this map because of how far back she is. Alright. 14. How much can you do reliably? 6. That's not ideal. You will double either one of them, so let's hold off on you. 8, 16. This is a, I believe, normal mode Iron Man. Gonna be transferring this over into Radiant Dawn, so I did not want to do Radiant Dawn hard mode. They really do need a Thracia remake, though. Alright, pretty good level up from Soren. Always appreciate some magic, and I think, yeah, now he's not weighed down by wind tomes anymore. Yeah, why not gamble on it? Slightly worse than a coin flip. So he hits those, but the double 80%, I'm trying not to be salty about it, but I'm a little salty about it. You know what? If you want to have a level up like that, that's fine. Do whatever you like, Boyd. Oh yeah, diehard Axe fan here, so you are in good company. I think Iron Blade drops him, right? No, perfect. We can feed this one to Marcia. And then I will have to remember to trade her an Iron Lance so that she can deal good enough damage. Or I could give her Laundart. Laundart is also a good option. We will heal here. Howdy. And make a barricade just so that the javelin can't get to my healer. And hold off there. Any chance? Hey, you can take a hit from him, so. Oh, makes sense he'd go for I can't counter. I did leave his only option for attack Titania, which is not the best call, but it's fine. She's still so good. Oh, she gets a level up, though. In this game, despite the fact that everyone has the experience of the god Nephne, I think Nephne's actually not a great option for use, but I still use her all the time, and a lot of other people do too, so I know I'm not alone in believing in the Nephne supremacy. Bad units. I'm also really bad at evaluating how good or bad units tend to be, because it's mostly, I let my personal biases color them a lot. One unit that is maybe not bad, but who we're going to be using this run is Makalov, because I hate myself, and he is my least favorite character in this entire game, so I want to make myself use him on stream so people can watch me suffer. As I have to try not to kill him, because I'm going to be using transfer bonuses, so I have to use him in Radiant Dawn too. Otherwise I'll have wasted a ton of time and investment. I mean, it is an entirely self-imposed challenge, so I have no one to blame but myself, but... Oh yeah, I think the transforming with the stones is fine, but man, do I much prefer the Laguz style of transformations, where it's just a natural thing they can do. I think that's so much cooler. I think they were getting close to getting a good option going with the Laguz gauges too, and I'm sad that immediately after that they switched right back to the stones. Because the stones are just kind of boring to me. It's just another weapon at that point. Alright, we got our first Marcia level up. Pretty decent. skill and speed are good for her. Oh, that's right. I'm not going to have a secondary healer. This is going to be... Losing Mist early is brutal. I should have been way more cautious. But this is the fun of an Iron Man, so... We have no crit chance, so we're fine. Oh, but we crit. Not enough for luck, though. So with that, start pouring damage into him. He will switch to a javelin, I believe, secondary. Yeah. We want to one-round him reliably. So we'll actually get Ileana up there soon. Actually, I want you here so I can shove her forward. Glad I can be the difference. This is one of my favorite games of all time. This is my favorite Fire Emblem, so... We got a speed level up on Reese. That is very nice. Man is notoriously slow. Oh, thank you for the follow. Alright, that gets Thunder. Let's see how much damage we can pour in before we gotta take him down. Alright. Appreciate you not missing of 85. I'm not gonna throw shade at him because he just got a great level up, but someone could learn a thing or two. Ileana currently maybe looking at my second staff user. I'm not going to lie, because I am very nervous. I will try to. I was doing pretty good at a Deathless run, and then I stopped paying attention to the map because I'm like, I know this map back inside and out. I meant to heal Mia, and instead ended her turn in range of a swordsman who was going to do her exact remaining health. And then immediately after that, moved Mist into that same swordsman's range. So back-to-back losses on that one. Also, Boyd has decided he hates me, I guess. This is going to be an ongoing struggle, I guess. Alright. The arm scroll that we aren't going to be saving for Mist. I was thinking of maybe showing off the Sonic Sword with her, but, whoops. So we'll probably have a really good Sonic Sword Tanith to use. That'll be nice. I always forget how mean Leth starts because I'm so used to her being sassy, but not this mean, and it's so. I miss when characters were mean. It may seem weird, but I really like when characters can just be assholes. I feel like that's something Fire Emblem's lost a lot of. You know, very fair. Thank you for the follow. This is my personal favorite Fire Emblem game, so you're in good company. And there he is. God, I love these themes. Oh, thank you for the follow. We got King Mufasa here because I cannot say his name. I always pronounced it Canagus, but I have no idea if that's right or not. I wonder if he's been put to heroes yet. I have not kept track with that. Okay. That makes me feel way better because I'm gonna be honest, sometimes I look at his name and I just see a bunch of letters. I'm like, I'm not even gonna try. At least with the Ginsia, they gave us Radiant Dawn saying his name. I don't remember if Canagus ever gets his name said. Gifka, my personal favorite of the last chapter units for this game. Even Canagus respects Titania. You gotta love him for it. I could see that. I'm not going to try and pronounce that because I will butcher it and I will feel very bad. Yeah, it is criminally expensive to get a copy of. Could download a Dolphin or something like that and run it through that. Just saying, might work pretty good. That's a pretty good deal with the GameCube. That's hard to argue with. Yeah, I mean, if Nintendo would ever, if Intelligent Systems and Nintendo would ever just port this to a emulator or on official Switch hardware, or do a remake or remaster, whatever you want to do, just let more people play the game, and then we get the. God, I love the music in this game. You know, same. Oh, holy shit. Nice to see you. I love playing Dark Deity 1. I'm hoping to stream it at some point down the line. Had a little vote for it actually a while ago, but I'm really excited to see you. Loved your first game. Real excited to play the second one. Might download the demo for it after this. Oh yeah, if you're looking for a good Fire Emblem adjacent series, Dark Deity 1, really good. Yeah, I was not expecting that. That's really cool. You know, I'm just glad so many people are out here enjoying the Telius games. This is still my favorite Fire Emblem across the franchise, so. I got a developer from Radiant Dawn earlier. Now I get the developer of another game that I highly enjoy. This is a wild day. You know, that makes sense. Radiant Dawn was a real good game, and I feel like little bits of it peeked through in Dark Deity, so that explains why I enjoyed it so much. It's a really fun game. Yeah, I feel like on Twitch it'd be really hard to get a game like Fire Emblem going for streaming. Yeah, we have. I'm just so happy so many people are enjoying the Fire Emblem streams because this is probably my favorite franchise across the board. We like sharing it with y'all. All right. Hopefully, this chapter I will I will pay more attention and not lose 2 characters. Unfortunately not. This is just the original version being played. Hoping for a remake? Remaster? Anything they want to do? Fingers crossed that we get the FE4 remake, so that I can finally play it without crying and my dislike of some of their design choices. I'm sorry, FE4 fans. I know it's a really good game, but man, do I not like the inventory system that much. But yeah, I would pay an ungodly amount of money to see a remaster of this so more people could get to experience it. You know what? Give me any FE that wasn't released in America, port it over, I'll be happy. Give me this one, or Path of Radiance and Radiant Dawn specifically. I don't care what you do with the rest of the franchise. You could just spend the rest of the time making remakes, I'll be happy. Yeah, unfortunately, I don't know what it was, just because I think FE7 did okay. Then Path of Radiance didn't sell great despite it being on the game. One of the very few kind of, I don't want to say big name RPGs, because even then Fire Emblem wasn't huge in the US. Yeah, watching Dragon Quest get remakes and ports all the time is a little sad, because man, sometimes you're like, man, I wish my series could get that, but also a lot of the Dragon Quest games are real fun. You know, Echo's port to Switch would also be really nice, because man, that game is so pretty. It's got such a good soundtrack. Oh, thank y'all for the Heart Me and the Roses. Very kind. Also, I apologize for not mentioning it, but welcome to Ike's second boyfriend, Randolph. We love him. I hope so, because man, did I love Three Houses. Awakening currently duke it out for my third favorite Fire Emblem game, so. Ileana is both alive and is probably not going to be riding the bench. She was looking a little shaky earlier, but I might early Master Seal her to get a secondary healer, because unfortunately I lost Mia and Mist due to my own impatience and not paying attention. I personally like Ike Ranulph more. Ike Soren more, but I'm not opposed to Ike Ranulph. Oh, thank you for the follow. I'm really excited to try it out. I really enjoyed the first game, so cannot wait to see what 2 brings. Oh, thank you for the tiny diny. That's just fun to say. Oh yeah, Ike between this game and Radiant Dawn, man doubles in size. Man spends 3 years just hitting the gym. Oh, thank you for the follow. Oh yeah. We also had Kaisa/Kaisha, depending on your translation, who I believe was either, also depending on translation, either the first NB character or the first transgender character. I don't remember what he was or what they were in the official Japanese, but it's really neat. Well, we got one less of those new allies because I immediately got Mist dropped. I'm so sad. I was really hoping to show off how cool she could be with the Sonic Sword, and then I just immediately move her into a swordsman's range. Oh, thank you for the follow, by the way. I'm glad you can enjoy seeing some Fire Emblem streamers, because I feel like there's a handful of them on TikTok, and it's really cool to see them all. Yeah, I am very concerned for my Black Knight fight, because Ike has only gained 1 defense level up the entire time, and Wrath Resolve can only carry me so much. So I might have to settle for not getting Nasir and just go for Ina potentially on that one. But we'll definitely give it a shot or two, see if we can figure it out. Do it. Game's peak. You'll probably play it better than I have, because man, that last chapter was poor planning on my part. I do too. Honestly, they could change very little. Maybe do some better combat animations and rebalance the audio in the cutscenes, and I'd be happy. Oh yeah, if you are willing to put the effort in to make work with Micaiah's kind of lackluster speed, she can be an absolute monster. So with a Wrath Resolve combo, she's a beast. I don't remember if Nosferatu is in Radiant Dawn, because I usually have her either purging in part 4's endgame after you get the blessed weapons, or she's mostly on staff duty because I'll use Sanaki for heavy magic damage. Allegedly, you could play this on a emulator called Dolphin. But if Nintendo asks, you didn't hear nothing from me, because Nintendo's lawyers scare me. I'm too small for them to notice, hopefully, and that's what I'm coasting on. Mm-hmm. All allegedly. There are definitely ways to play it without having to buy the very expensive secondhand copies because Nintendo refuses to port their games. I do have the physical copy of this game and its follow-up, though, yeah. I should mention that. Thank you, Gord, for the reminder. Well, since we're using Reese long-term, might as well get his support with Titania. Unfortunately, this is one of the games with limited support, so I gotta be a little careful with it. Yeah, I think Radiant Dawn would probably be the game I'd prefer them put more focus on rebalancing. Just because the poor Dawn Brigade. They get so little screen time, and their chapters are brutal from part 3. Also, Fiona gets robbed. The fact that... you can only deploy her for 2 chapters after you get her in part 1, and on one of them her movement is hampered, and the other one is the end game where she's not at all statted for. People say Meg's the most unfortunate member of the Dawn Brigade. Nah, it's Fiona. She got it rough. Listen, I have put in the work to bring Vika all the way to endgame. It took an absurd amount of boss abuse at that point to get her strike rank high enough. But man, was it fun to use her in endgame and have just a really, really good pair of ravens between her and Naysala. Because I think Nayluchi's kind of buns, I'm not gonna lie. Fantastic level up for Leon. I do have good news for Lyre specifically in the Radiant Dawn Plus. Her and Leth both... All Lagoos can fight both transformed and untransformed. They just get a smaller buff for fighting untransformed. I think it's like half of what their transformed buffs are. But Leth and Lyre specifically get 1 to 2 range attacks with it. Get Oscar a little bit more love. He's fallen a little behind. So I'm really excited. Really excited to show that off, and I'm just gonna process Oscar his 0 growth level up when I really need him to be carrying me right now. Marcia will give you a little bit of experience. I am very nervous. A lot of my really good units are not getting growth. Kinda need them to. I don't have really good luck. Not especially. I think I'll just hold on to that for now, because Miracle is a luck percent in this game, for those who didn't know. Oops. Excellent. Give her... Oh, there we go. Yeah, I'd love for them to actually make staff counterattacks even mildly relevant. Because, it's really funny when they bounce for 0, but also it'd be really cool since you have to equip the staff if they did something. Alright, let's do some actual inventory management. That's what I should have done after last time. Like getting Boyd an Iron Axe. There are no horses on the next map, so we'll keep the hammer. Reese, you are good. That reminds me, is this think they take their stuff with them when they... Yeah. We lost a couple of good swords with Mia and a staff with Mist, but that's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. Oh, same. I am some variety of neurospicy myself. I haven't gotten any kind of full diagnosis, but I have a lot of the warning signs, so the item management in this game just scratches the brain the right way. Grab Vulnerary. Probably won't see too much combat after, or 1 to 2 range combat after this, or throughout this map, so just grab Thunder for you, because you are not going to be using anything else. We will give the Slim Lance away, because you are not strong enough to really make good use of it currently. Ileana's a good pick for a favorite. You're also not really at the point where I'd feel comfortable using a Slim Lance reliably. You're only like 4 points of strength behind Titania, but Titania also is a monster. Almost double his speed. I think I will give Oscar Lawn Dart back, though. Oh. And we'll forge up an Iron Man. I don't really need the crit on it. We'll go for hit instead. Now the hardest part of all of these is naming the weapon. We got Lawn Dart as a previous suggestion, which I was a big fan of. Punisher's not a bad option. Gotta save Wing Spear for a late game silver weapon because it can carry you through the game. We'll go for Punisher for now. And Bright Pink, because what's funnier than a weapon named Punisher that's Bright Pink? Alright, and now... Ooh, thank you for the finger, the little heart. And now we're going to do a mission that has a secondary objective that I don't think anyone is ever going to actually do, because it's a stealth mission in a tactics-based game. I respect what they went for. Not for me. Oh, I can't wait for Radiant Dawn when we get the narrator back. Yeah, I think I've done supposedly the correct way once. Said, man, that was not fun, and I've never done it again. Because I looked up the guide and everything, I'm like, I feel like I wasted more time trying to do it the stealthy way than just going in bashing people with an axe. And the reward for it's okay. It's like a good chunk of bonus experience. But also you could just get a good amount of experience on the map. And if you save some bonus experience from earlier chapters, it's not too bad to pick it up. But also, we get 3 units that I am very excited to use in this chapter, because I really like all 3 of them. Oh, and Volk. Yeah, I I can kind of see why they didn't have dark magic in this game, but then I think it's weird that they added it back in Radiant Dawn. But also, we only have one light mage in this game, which seemed weird. I get that they kind of wanted to highlight the anima trio a lot more in this one, because you get Soren, Ileana, and Tormod kind of represent the three. But then you also get Bastion and Khalil, who are just kind of really, really good at all three. So I think we could have maybe just had Bastion come in as a dark mage, even if he comes in real late. Because it's not like we don't get a real late game dark mage in Radiant Dawn as our only dark mage. And then a secondary character who can also use dark magic, but isn't... I wouldn't call the second character a dark mage as much, because I think he's dark magic, light magic, and staves, but his signature weapon is the staff, and I think his backup weapon is the light. I suck at remember him because I only use him rarely. Yeah, I appreciate that they gave the two sages knives, so that if you wanted a staff sage, you needed to raise them up yourselves. But also, why? At least give them a strength that could make the knives worthwhile, instead of, I think they have, like... I think they're weaker than if Ileana just leveled up strength average. So they're never really gonna hurt anyone with their knives more than they would with magic, ever. I do like the upgrades they did for knives between Radiant Dawn and Path of Radiance, though. Ooh, you're in good company then, because this was one of my favorite games growing up. The nostalgia kick every time I play it is so good. And we are just going to hire him, no questions asked, because I want Solid Snake on the team. Allegedly, you could use the Dolphin emulator to play this. Oh, no worries. I'm a habitual yapper, in case me streaming wasn't a sign of that, but I love talking to chat, so... but yeah, as I was saying, allegedly the Dolphin emulator is pretty good at running this game. And also potentially the sequel, Radiant Dawn, which we might see once we finish up this game. Who do I want to bring? Who do I not want to bring for this? I think I want to bring Marcia for this one. Howdy, welcome back in. Leth is really handy for this map, but I don't know that I really need her, and I'm worried about her soaking up a ton of the experience. This will not also be the stealth version of this map. We are going in full guns blazing. I feel like I have too many backliners. I want one more frontliner, so I think Rolf will hold off for now, because we can train him pretty easily on the next map. You unfortunately missed the first two people to die, which were Mia and Mist, to the same swordsman, because I was not paying attention well enough. Well, thank you for the follow. Yeah, I got no one to blame but myself. So move you up. Oh, it's probably going to be one of our best backliners for the group that comes in behind us. Oh, hope you have a good day. Thanks for stopping in. Oh, thank you for the let 'em cook. Ah, yes. Definitely normal human being Sephiroth. Nothing to worry about there. He's just a chill guy. Absolutely nothing special going on behind that robe. Braum, you absolute hero. I love using Braum. And then my personal favorite of the Cavaliers, Kieran, because look at this goofball. There she is. Three of my favorite units to use in this game. I also like that we get Kieran's has two portraits for no other reason than to give him a helmet in that cutscene for reasons I don't understand. Alright, let's open the door. Do the Sephiroth top just to show it off. Also, if you're ever looking for a really good meat shield for this map, Sephiroth is a very good candidate. Also, the fact that at any point he could just use 3 words and escape this prison is very funny to me. He's just choosing to stay here. But also, just look at these stats real quick. Just a totally normal guy. Nothing crazy here. And also, fun fact about this skill, it just negates all damage. He can't die, ever. So if you're ever looking for a tank for this map, and you're willing to pick up and drop Sephiroth repeatedly, it's pretty funny. Also, he's really lucky Ike doesn't know anything about politics, otherwise his name would be a dead giveaway. Get up out of the immediate 1-turn range for the reinforcements. And can you 1-round him? Not really. We will do one of these. Oh yeah, Nephne is one of my favorite units to use. I'm a die-hard Soldier Halberdier fan. Also, we have just Miku in the chat now, so... Okay, so when I was kind of hoping you wouldn't crit, that's on me. That's fine. Nephne is going to be a project that I'm going to invest an absurd amount of resources into, I will not lie. And then we got Danimel. This man has the funniest head shape, and I wish I could... He's just... He looks like a potato, and I find it real funny. Is it a little mean? Yes, but also he's a dick, so it's fine. Alright. For this, we will... Backline. Ike ready to support. Grab Soren. Take and drop. respectable. Probably should have just equipped him with a steel lance if I was thinking about it, but I forgot he would not double a swordmaster. Or swordsman, I should say. These guys are just myrmidons. For you guys, I will leave. Actually, I'll put them in mage reach. Right there. Drop you here. Oh, same. I have had ideas cooking for Fire Emblem Inspired D&D campaigns since I started playing way back in Pathfinder 1st Edition. Specifically, I wanted to do a Tellius campaign too, so I should tell you how deep the brain rot goes. Oh, we could get Volk some experience here. That's something I always forget to do. Any stealables? No. Alright. We get to see the very goofy thief animations. We can get Soren over here. That is fun. Which Final Fantasy did they base it on, or is it just borrowing essentially from the Final Fantasy tropes? I know a lot of people like 14, which I think actually has a kind of... I don't know if it's a full system, but it has a homebrew or something for it for 5th edition. And we can give him a good poke. Oh, nice. I like a ton of the Final Fantasies, so I think it's very fun to explore all of them. Even if I am a simple man, and Tactics and 6 are my two personal picks. My personal favorites in the franchise. The Iron Axe. I'm actually surprised he didn't go for Volk. I was kind of setting him up for it. Six, I don't think is the best in terms of like gameplay. I think its story is very good, but it specifically has the best villain, possibly in fiction for me, in Kafka. Just how well they set him up and how well he pays off is so good. Hit him with the Thunderbolt. Your friend has good taste. Yeah, this mission can be very tough, especially if you don't know that attacking someone will cause all the reinforcements to spawn, and then they'll spawn behind you, which is a very unfortunate thing to find out on your first playthrough. Move you up. I'm going to gamble on the 77 since you won't perish if you miss. Beautiful. Heal up. Oh yeah, this is a real fun game to revisit. It's been a couple years since I last played, so I'm having a blast with it too. Hopefully they'll port or do something with it soon. Fingers crossed. That's my let the monkey's paw curl on that one. Do what they will with the cursed information or cursed knowledge. Give me something for it. Come on. Oh yeah, I'm so excited to get to Radiant Dawn because the Radiant Dawn Plus mod, from what I've tested out, has been really fun, so I'm really excited to see what to do for it mid to late game. You're in good company. This is my favorite Fire Emblem. And I have adored this game since childhood. So. I was briefly worried, and then I remembered that this mage very likely will not double him. Radiant Dawn Plus is kind of a minor overhaul. Not too long before this, I did the Thebes Overwritten. Kind of a similar vibe, but a lot less intensive. The thing most notable about it is it brings magic weapons back. So, Mist's personal sword, the Amity, not Amity, that's Olympia's. I don't remember the name of Mist's ones, if I'm being honest, anymore. But it goes off of her magic stat instead of her physical stat, so she's a much better offensive unit now, in addition to being a great support. Alright, Oscar, go off. Oh, you're in good company, and this game is so good. Oh, Oscar's showing off for Kieran now, it makes sense. I don't know if they fixed everything that was wrong, but they did a lot of tweaks to make the game a much smoother play experience. Like, I think, if I remember right from reading the patch notes, they gave a lot of support to the Dawn Brigade, so their Part 3 is less of a kick in the nuts when you come back to them and have to fight all these Lagoos, and some of them are just really, really weak. Now they've done a handful of things to make it so that you're relatively even footing with your enemies when you come back as the Dawn Brigade. Also, they changed a couple of the skills around. Like, I know they took Cancel away from Harb because he just kind of was the best unit in the game. So I think nerfing him a very slight amount is reasonable. But I don't remember what they gave him for the alternative skill off the top of my head. Grab Ike, start heading that way. I think I will use Marcia to deal with the soldiers up here to get her some good experience relatively safely. We will drop Ike. Oh yeah, Kanto in this game especially is just bonkers good. The Super Kanto for the raiding games is it's chef's kiss. It makes being mounted feel so good. I understand why they don't bring it back in every game, because man, not having Kanto on units makes them feel so much worse. We'll move up. So I do think you get, what is it, the you talk to Naysala with, or if you get Naysala to retreat with all of his crows, you get the item that lets any unit have Kanto. I don't remember what it's actually called. I want to say it's the Night Ring, but I could be wrong. Because keeping all those crows alive is not easy. Yeah, rescue staves. I also like that this game gives you shove for movement options and smite. It just feels good to move around in this game, if I'm being honest. Whoops. We will move you. We need to shove you. I think I'm gonna need Volk for that. Alright, you can heal 1,000,000. Oh yeah. My personal favorite, Fire Emblem. We're doing an Iron Man through Path of Radiance, and then once we finish this, we'll be doing a Radiant Dawn Plus, which is a little mod that's kind of a retool of it, that I'm really excited to show off. Yeah, you already have 15 magic. You are a monster. I always forget how good Reese can be, because I usually tend to not start training him until later, because I'm usually trying to feed as much experience into Mist, but it's not going to be a problem this run. Oh yeah, you have a Dorky. I'm dumb. I'm so used to requiring thieves for doors that I forgot just the basic option for Dorky. We can finish him. Gamble on 288s is a safe enough bet. Beautiful. Forward a little bit. Heal her up. And I think we'll have Boyd and Soren start swinging around to come around and deal with the Halberdier and the Knights. Alright, Marcia, can we get a little bit of strength, please? You know, thank you, Ken. Beautiful level up off of that. Sometimes you just gotta ask nicely. We can talk. I accidentally hit B. I am so sorry for that. This is Kieran. He has a former rivalry with Oscar from when they were both Knights of Crimea. Oscar left in order to support his brothers when their father passed away. And Kieran is mad about that because he lost his rival and didn't notice for several months. We love Kieran here. Oh yeah, Soren is such a good unit. Even with magic kind of being a little lackluster on this. This is a GameCube game. Path of Radiance. You could allegedly get it for the Dolphin emulator if you don't have a few $100s to spare, because it's a tragically expensive game. Yeah, Soren and Ileana, I think, honestly put in a lot of work, especially in the early game, when you don't have a ton of res units to deal with. Because once you start dealing with the paladins with real high res, they tend to cap off a little bit, but that's when you can switch them into using staves, and they still have a utility there. Ike telling this man to hurry for his life. Braun being like, wait, I don't remember the kid having any kids. Let's chat for a little bit. And Ike's like, run. We are in war. I love how unserious Braun gets to be. Statue fragment, free money. 714. I'm glad I can bring back good memories. They're two of my favorites too, so highly excited to get into the fun mid to late game of Path of Radiance when you got all the really fun units like Astrid and Jill and whatnot. You know, that's a good way of putting it. If there's one thing Fire Emblem teaches you, it is that war is fun. Dodge? Nah. Not great dodge options there. What can you do against him? You'll take 6, but you will definitely deal some damage, so I'll take that. Oh yeah. Jill is probably my pick for second best unit in this game, just behind Marcia, just because Marcia gets some really good chapters where you want a flyer for her. And some great experience options. I'm going to be doing that once some of these enemies start dropping, but I'm currently using this as an opportunity to train Ileana and Soren a little bit more. Get them some more experience. But I'll be... Oh, that's right, she dodged, so she didn't actually take any damage. I'll be escaping with most of my units as well as the yellow units. Oh, magic, luck, and defense. We've gotten more defense level ups with Reese than we have with Ike, and that's upsetting to me. If I remember right, you get about 25 bonus experience for each unit of yours that escapes. And I think 50 for each yellow, but I'm not positive on those numbers. Level up for Ileana. Well, I'll take it. More speed, always nice for her. And she continues to be the bulky mage. You here to give me the most mages of you. I'm averaging about 2 chapters a day. I only stream on Wednesdays. I'm going to be trying to stream one more day this week. I got to figure out if I want to do it tomorrow or Friday, though. But I'm also trying to make sure I actually announce when I'm going live, because that's been something I've been, unfortunately, very unreliable at. Usually I do about 2.5 hour streams. So after this chapter, I'll probably do a little bit more of the base stuff, and then I think this one has a relatively short end cutscene, so might end it not too long from now. HP and magic is fine. I'd like you to get a little more experience. We'll feed you this one. Nice. you can pick this one up with the Iron Lance. I think we can get her one more good level up. That'll be nice. And then we'll... By the end of next turn, most people should be down, so we'll just start escaping now. Between Titania and Sword, we can definitely take the boss down. A lot of it is that I have played this game an obscene amount of times, so I know generally how enemies will react. Some of it comes down to just me making bad decisions, like last map where I lost 2 units. But a lot of it is just kind of muscle memory and having played through the game a fair amount of times. But don't think I'm a good player for being able to do both. It's that I'm mostly coasting on prior knowledge. Now I'm doing an Iron Man for this one, so every unit that dies other than Ike, we're rocking on without them. If Ike dies, we reset the map. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I was strongly tempted to reset the map for Mist, but also I figured me not using Mist as a crutch for the Ike Black Knight fight might make for a really interesting strategy for that one. Because we already have a not bad Ike for the matchup. Yeah, not only did Mist died in a very preventable way, because I just moved her up into a swordsman range, and then I missed 80% on the swordsman. I think it was 280. So it was basically just I got unlucky. Yeah, I lost her in her join map. It's real unfortunate. You're not really gonna be needed for this. I think if I could potentially rescue Sephiroth and bring him up here, but I don't remember if he even actually escapes. I'm just gonna rock on without him. No, the units will come back for FE10. I just don't get to use them for this game. And that is why we don't rely on Void for the wins. So no transfer bonuses for Mr. Mia. Though there was a not unlikely chance Mia would have been dropped from the team anyway, because Stefan exists in this game and he's an absolute monster. Man can carry you from the point he joins pretty late into the game, as long as you're careful with his luck stat, because boy can get crit, I will not lie. In this game, he actually joins pretty close to the mid-game, and he joins at like a level 7 Swordsmaster. Right around the time you're getting people like Makalov. Which is absolutely insane. Get you some free experience. Y'all all escape. Yeah, I get it. Volk and Har both for me are fully understand Smashers. And we'll just get some of the free stuff. We wait for Braum to slowly get to the escape point. Oh, I'm so excited to get Nephany next chapter. Free money. And I think the last one's the Steelance. Yeah. And we could escape with Volk, but I think getting it one turn earlier is worth more than just having one unit escape, so we'll just rock it. The Crimean Knights theme. Oh, I'm so excited. I love Kieran, Nephany, and Braum so much. These three are very likely to be very long-running units for me, as long as they level up okay. I cannot wait for Kieran. I love using him so much. I like a lot of the Cavaliers in this game. And then there's Macro. Path of Peak? Yeah, absolutely. I also love the detail of Braum and Nephany wearing just very standard looking equipment, but Nephany having like the torn up sleeves, so you can... It's such good characterization of them. I like it so much. It kind of does sound a little like Pokemon music, yeah. Yeah, that's next map. Blood Runs Red. Yep, just totally normal guy. Well, thank you for the follow. I mean, allegedly, you could run it on a Dolphin emulator. You didn't hear it from me, but... Sephira, the master at dodging questions. I always forget the Volk has like that tiny little bit of stubble, because I'm just seeing him with the mask. Soren and Ike is just such a good pair. So he's right there. Yeah, what the fuck's he gonna do about it? We got Titania standing 2 feet away from us. We are perfectly safe. Oh, that's fair. That's a good wedding gift. Alright, we'll probably do the base stuff, and then I will call it a day after that. But we get to see 2 characters I highly enjoy on this map. And one boss with the funniest haircut. Fire Emblem Disguises, where you just wear a robe. Oh, trust me, since I don't have Mist anymore, I'm not going to be doing the Sonic Sword nonsense. She's getting that, arm scroll, and she may even get a Forged Lance. We will see. I'm debating between her and Kieran, but that might be something I pick between streams. This is a turn-based strategy game kind of thing. Kind of hard. Man, I've never had to put this into words before. This is always the game I compare other games to explain what it's like. It's like a grid-based tactics game, I think is the best way I can put it. Soren dropping one of the hardest lines in the franchise. Oh, you're in good company. We're wrapping up for the day not too long from now, but I'm going to be streaming this at the very least every Wednesday coming up. I might try and get another stream going on Friday. Probably around noon. A little tough to work around my work schedule since I have sporadic hours, so. Well, thank you for the follow. Thank you for the follow as well. Very kind of y'all. Alright. From Nefty and Volk, the absolute units. So let's, first off, we're going to do something I very rarely do, and we're going to early promote with the first Master Seal. Just that I have a second staffer on hand. And because, I mean, look at that. She's got such a gorgeous model. I love the purpley pink cape. The dress is fantastic. We love Ileana here. Picking up staves. I don't think I have any in the convoy right yet. So, shop. Ileana's on the team for the foreseeable future at the very least, so. At the very least until we get... She might be in the team until we get Alencia, because I don't foresee myself using too many other staffers. Unless I really want to train Tormod, which would be a first. Man, Tormod just comes in so late at level 10. I'm real excited to use Ileana in Radiant Dawn too, because they did some minor tweaks to her. I think she can actually use... I think they added light magic to her kit when she promotes to Sage. And I think there's something else you can get if you can get her to tier 3. Lots of fun you can do with her. Like having none of that racism. This guy. I like how they picked like the goofiest looking people for the secondary minion bosses. Oh, that's so sad. I'm actually going to be playing a modded version of Radiant Dawn called Radiant Dawn Plus that actually does give her light magic, interestingly enough. That is unfortunate, though. I don't know how useful it'll be, because I don't remember there being too many Dark Mage... Oh, actually, in Part 3, I think there's a Dark Mage boss and a handful of Dark Mages in Ike's chapter, so that could be handy. Ah, the racism sword. Also, I will be transferring the information from this and using the same hardware Nintendo. We're cool. But allegedly Radiant Dawn also works pretty well on Dolphin. Oh yeah, I love the fact that she's one of the few units that starts with the Dawn Brigade that you get pretty great availability on, because she gets the early Dawn Brigade to kind of get her to promote, and then when she promotes, she's fairly competent for Ike's chapters, but if you put the work in, she can be an absolute monster. Especially if you can get the bolting transferred over from Callow. Because on her join map, bolting in her hands just nukes the Wyvern Riders. You know, reasonable. They're real good games. For us, she is our one true hope. Yeah? I love Ike just not putting up with any of Kieran's nonsense. Just like, I'm gonna go. You can just keep doing your thing. Oh yeah. In my opinion, the best thing about this game is how much it fleshes out the side characters in these little base conversations. Oh yeah, it's so good. Especially if you use a Siege Tome or one of the double S rank tomes. They do so much work for you in the endgame. Yes. Dolphin is mainly used for PC. Oh, like getting that little bit of, yeah, I understand what it's like when you lose a parent, just say, survive. I mean, Dolphin is a perfectly legal system, as long as you put the games on it yourself, and don't download them from anywhere else, which would be a very not legal thing to do, right, Nintendo? I love the fact that Neffany has one of the shortest info conversations for her join map, entirely just because she's embarrassed about her accent. I love that kind of character building. I don't think I have anyone I really want to support with right now, so yeah. I will figure out what I want to do about items and who I want to give some stuff to, like who I'm going to give this chapter's Forged to between streams. And I will call it here for the day. We've been going for almost 2.5 hours. But thank y'all for sticking around and having fun. It was a great stream. I see y'all. Yeah, I think I will commit to the Friday one. And if I don't see you then, I will see you next week, potentially. Hope y'all have a wonderful day.